What's up, everybody, and welcome to Weekday Wagers live on our Weekday Wagers YouTube channel. Thank you for hanging out with us, whether you're watching on social media or if you're going to come over and hang out with us on YouTube. Hopefully, we're getting your day started on a good note. It is the afternoon. Hopefully, this is a chance where you've had your lunch, and this is where you get to dig into our two plays. But I am the host, Daniel Greer, and Rob Denson, Robbie Hockey, as you all know him, will be joining me very shortly. And you know, he's got some hockey for us today. But I want everybody to know this might be the only day this has ever happened. But I have more plays up at justicestatsports.com than Robbie Hockey does. I just want everybody to know March the 3rd, 2026, I officially am doing more work than Robbie is for justicestatsports.com, where you can get the first month off for half price. Just use the code DATA100 and you can get all of our plays. That we have more than just what's on the show. We have much more, as well as many other cappers. But let's look at how yesterday went. And it sucked for me. Well, I just want to complain real quick. Isaiah Collier, 20 minutes, 10 points. Middle of the third quarter comes out. We have the rest of the third quarter. We have the rest of the fourth quarter. And the dude never gets put back in. And they even take a lead on Denver late into the fourth quarter. And then they put in the guy who can score as well as tank them into the right direction. And that didn't happen. But either way, Vancouver, they sucked. They only scored one goal. And so Mark cashed the under on that one. But today on the show, we're going to get into Jurickson Profar for the Atlanta Braves. Had another PED issue. That's an issue in itself. And then I'm going to ask Robbie some things that he doesn't know that's coming just yet. But we'll get into all of that here with Rob. And there he is, the fella. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Yeah, you have one play more than me, which means you have two plays to my one that I got out. And the day is still young. If people will leave me alone around here, I can get some work done.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but we did have another Light the Lamp segment. And Mr. Predicto came through again for us and used his intelligence. And we got Jason Robertson. So that would put me at 3-0 with Mr. Predicto. And tonight we have another Light the Lamp. And so I'm curious which direction we're going to go. We're going to get to all that very shortly. But how are you feeling on a beautiful Tuesday, Rob?
Well, unlike my family, who is 3/5 got the flu right now, which I feel like it's coming for me, but my body's just like, no, we're too busy. You can't be getting sick right now. So I'm fighting it and chugging pre-workout all day just to stay, alive. Also, you're talking about the hitting the Light the Lamp. Every player on the board last night hit. If you parlayed them, I think Mark said it was like plus 7,000 or higher that you would have cashed. So hell yeah, well done on that. To you guys.
Yeah, that was big. And even I couldn't screw it up, even though I did say the L word. No, it wasn't love. It was lock. And I believe in Mr. Predicto. So I'm feeling good about this. He's been a cash cow as of late. But it looks like we have some people are having some fun in the chat. So thank you for hanging out with us here in the chat and just kind of getting it going, because this is the best part of our show. It helps us get off the rails, which we enjoy the most. I will have I missed it last week, but I'm going to have a new Rank That Short coming up tonight. We're going to put it off at, I believe it's 8 Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern. I was trying to think of Central. God's time zone is 7 o'clock. So 8 Eastern, it will be out. And we're going to do the top 5 villains. I had to ask you, do you have a top 5 sports villain? Let's not go into comic books because I don't know those. But if you had to give your top sports villain, who would it be?
Does it have to be personal, or can I just be like just like somebody who's watching sports who they perceive as a villain? Because I've got people who are villains to me, but
whatever direction you want to go, I would think it's probably going to be sports related in general, but it could mean to you the most though, because I'm kind of going from my side of things as well as a little bit of all of sports together.
I've got top 3 villains. This stretches from childhood to even now. Okay. It started with Derek Jeter when I was a kid because, I'm a Red Sox fan, and that dude was awesome. Then it went to Kobe Bryant. Love Kobe Bryant, but I hated when he played my Magic because he dominated my Magic. And then the NFL was prime Aaron Rodgers, and we all know Dez caught it, but it seemed like anytime Dallas faced Aaron Rodgers, he had our number. So those would be my top 3 villains as of right now that I can think of.
Well, it should be interesting. I have one in soccer. I have one in basketball. Um, I believe that I think the only one that I did not have for a major sports was football because I was thinking through it and I was like, man, I just don't. Oh, sorry, I do have one for football. I forgot about him. I have one for college basketball, one for the NBA, NFL, and one for soccer. It should be interesting. I'm not sure the backlash I might receive, but I've done my studying. I almost put it out last Wednesday, and I decided, you know what, this is a Tuesday thing. Let's let it come out on Tuesday. And I was busy, and just how you are this week. So I think you're
Yeah.
kind of where I'm at as where I was last week. But I want to talk about something fun here after we give out our plays. And I'm curious your take. It's not about the PEDs because, we will discuss that. But the first thing that we're going to discuss is do you know if I was to refer to Magic City, would you know what I was talking about?
No, sorry.
Perfect.
No.
All right. Well, let's get to our plays. That'll be a tease enough in itself. What you got?
Yeah, we're going to go to Cole Perfetti, 3+ shots on goal. He's playing on a really bad team. Winnipeg is terrible. They're not good. I feel bad for Connor Hellebuyck going from an all-star defense to those guys in front of him. But who has been great for me has been Cole Perfetti. He's cleared this in 6 straight games. No, sorry, 7 straight games. He's had 3+ shots on goal, and he's had 4+ shots on goal in 4 straight games. He's on a terrible second line. He is the engine of the second line, and he is on the top power play. He's averaging about 16.5 time on ice, but that kind of goes like a roller coaster, 16, 20, 16, 20. Well, tonight we're at 20, so we should see at least 20+ minutes playing the Chicago Blackhawks. I think Cole Perfetti gets a plenty run tonight. So give me his 2.5 shots on goal at -115. I would check that number. It has been going up a lot this morning, but I still found it at -128 at FanDuel about an hour before the show.
Cole Perfetti like confetti. I'm going to go with Alabama here on the money line. They're taking on the Georgia Bulldogs. We're going to get this at -105. The number has been teeter-tottering around -1, -1.5, and it's been going off the board, on the wherever. It's been going everywhere. But I think that you can take the points out of this with just the money line. I found the best number is -105 over at Caesar Sportsbook. But Alabama has the top nation's scoring offense at 92.1 points per game. But also, I like their style. They're going to put Georgia into the pick and roll with Philon, whatever his name is, their guard, and get them going downhill to the bucket. They are the better team. And I think getting you rolling in March, I think is very important. And so Nate Oates and his team, I believe, are going to be right for winning this one, even though it could be a little bit of a trap game going into Georgia and playing so close to March, so close to the SEC tournament. But these guys are going to be dialed in. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Let's go ahead and take Alabama, the better team, in my opinion, to win over Georgia tonight.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Seabass, the only 5-star chef in the game. We all know sports betting is full of bad beats and tough calls, but when it comes to flavor, there's no second guessing. Bassett's Blends is the plus EV lock of every meal. We don't need a stinking model. Crafted with winning spices and bold taste, Bassett's Blends comes in 3 flavors, original, hot, and no salt, that's going to turn chicken, steak, vegetables, any dish into a can't-miss cover every night. With Bassett's Blends, there's no bad beats, no flavor fades, just guaranteed greatness. Check out the link right here where you can pick up your Bassett's Blends for a guaranteed lock every single night.
All right, I love the chat. And usually me and Joe don't see eye to eye on things, but he hates Draymond and Lou Dort so much. He wishes they could get banned from the league permanently. I do agree.
Yeah. I guess LeBron James would be in there. I don't like LeBron James. I never have. And then I would add Connor McDavid. It's hard to call him a villain because he's only beat me whenever Team Canada won the 4 nations. He can't ever win the big one, so it's hard to call him a villain until he actually wins the Stanley Cup. But I would put him up there. I don't want him to see him win anything.
And mid-major Mike White ruffled your feathers for sure.
Yeah, he sucked at Florida. I'm glad he's gone.
No doubt. How you can suck at Florida and literally still go and get another SEC job is beyond me. But let's go ahead and talk about something that is happening very soon. I believe it is March 16th, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, is going to be taking on it's the Atlanta Hawks, and they're taking on the Orlando Magic. Thought this was be perfect for you. All right. What in the world could be the Atlanta Hawks be promoting as a business that would make you be like, I don't know if I feel so good about that? What do you think that they could be doing there to promote?
Against the Magic? Like they're promoting this the night against the Magic?
It's about Magic City.
I have no idea.
If you don't know what Magic City is, which obviously you do not, it is a very famous strip club in Atlanta.
Okay.
Well, they have a Magic City night.
Ellen Son Calvo put it in the chat. Yes. Thank you. Gotcha. Now I know. Okay.
All right. So the reason is all of this is happening, and they promoted it, and it's going to be happening. I believe it's in a couple weeks on a Monday. I could be completely wrong. Either way, I believe it's Magic City Monday, but who knows? If somebody has the information on that. The reason I bring that up is Luke Cornett. I know you don't know who that is, but he plays for the Spurs. He used to play for Boston this year. Now he plays for the Spurs. He has put out a formal, written out protest of this happening. Taking out the politics aside, we're not going to go politics wise. We're going to go as a dude with a family, thinking about if you were an Atlanta Hawks fan, how would you feel about this? Would you feel comfortable if you had girls or if you had your little boys and you were going and they were promoting it, the Magic City, and you live there, you kind of have an idea of what it might be, maybe? Would you take your kids there?
So there's two answers to this question. One, were the tickets free because it's an NBA game? And if it's an NBA game and the tickets are free, there's always concessions I can take them to if they're doing some kind of presentation. So if the tickets are free, yeah, I'm going. If it's just a regular season game, I may look at that one and think, well, my oldest is 9. I'm not really ready for him to see the strip club yet. We may pass and go to the next game.
That's kind of where I stand. Listen, promote, do what you want. If that's your culture in a sense, and I'm from Memphis. Listen, we have some different cultures here as well. And we stray away from the black and white. Sometimes we get a little in the gray area. I get it. But my stance on this is I wouldn't go to it because I don't want to have the conversations, and I want to keep my kids as clean as possible and as long as possible. And if I can just do anything to keep them from being just ornery and bad and not being good humans, then that's what I'm going to do. I know that Luke Cornett's stance is taking about women and how the strip club and that lifestyle, all that affects them. I get what he's doing. He's standing on what he believes, and I promote that part as well. And so I agree that if you have a strong feeling, do protest it, stand on business, and say what you want to say. But in the same sense, I get both sides. I don't know what they're going to do, but it is interesting. I'm curious what ends up coming out of this. Yeah. But I was kind of blown away that a NBA franchise would actually promote a strip club. Because could you see this in the NFL? Could you see them doing that?
Not anymore. Maybe back in the 90s. Not anymore. But now, if you text me and said, hey, I got tickets to the Magic game, it is Magic City, and you let me know what it is, I'm going to tell you straight away, yeah, I'm coming with you. I don't really care. It's tickets to an NBA game. Family, not so much. Me, myself, I don't care. I'll go. Like, what's worse watching that and what's some of the crap on TV? You know, at least I'm going to get to see some NBA action while I'm watching that. So.
Exactly. That's exactly where I am. I get it. Whatever. It should be entertaining, but I might want to watch and see what's going on with it because we're not too far away and from that time. And so because there are some people standing up against it, it could change. And so it'll be interesting to watch for sure. But let's go to baseball because Jurickson Profar is now suspended and potentially he will be suspended for all of the upcoming season for another PED issue. He had one this past season. What is he doing?
I don't know, man. You get busted once and it's kind of like, all right, he got busted, whether he meant to or didn't mean to, you know, they're always going to defend themselves. When you get busted a second time, it's pretty clear you're an idiot and you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. I got to ask you, as a Braves fan, this hurts, right? Because you're already kind of hurting this season to begin with. Like, try to keep up with MLB, but during the NHL and the end of NFL season, it kind of gets lost in the shuffle. But I haven't heard a lot out of you guys as far as any offseason pickups or any trades you've made. This kind of hurts that batting lineup, correct?
Yeah, because he was a good hitter, and he was a guy that would be near the top of the lineup for being able to get on base more. And he had his instances where he looked really good when he was healthy, had his suspension, came back, didn't look as good, but eventually came together, even though the season was kind of done at that point. I don't know if this hurts, because what can happen from this is that money eventually gets to be coming back to you at this point. And so at that point, you might be able to move on from his contract, depending on what the players union does and what they allow. And you could go and pick up somebody, because in baseball, it's not about being your best possible self at the beginning of the season. There's 162 games. You just got to find a way to be the best self or the healthiest self towards the very end. So they have a guy that maybe this puts them in a bad predicament where they have to get somebody else better, or maybe somebody else that they give a chance to, and then they get to get somebody closer to the deadline. That maybe that helps them, but I don't think this is a backbreaker. But they've already lost one outfielder. He was going to be an outfielder, and so it says DH or designated hitter on there. I think he would have played some outfield as well, but I don't think it hampers them a lot, but I do think it would hurt for sure. So
I'm just thinking, y'all lost Big Bear, right? Ozuna's gone.
Yep, Ozuna's
and then
gone.
Austin Riley, Acuna, they both have the injury issues. And Olsen, it seems like pick one, they're going to be hurt at some point during the season. So that's where my head was at, thinking you're already kind of down after losing Ozuna.
Yeah.
This is probably going to – but y'all have a great farm system. Y'all usually bring everybody up for the most part, correct?
Yeah, the farm system's usually always pretty good, so I don't worry about that as much. But you got to think, like, you have Ozzy Albies, who had a terrible year last year at second base. He's going to be pretty good. They got Hae-Sung Kim, who's injured, starting off on the at the shortstop. But for the most part, outfielders, it's Michael Harris. They're going to have him back. Ronald Acuna, and then the other one they picked up in the off season was Mike Yastrzemski, and so he's going to be their left fielder. And so at this point, where do you find that extra bat? So we'll see. But yes, I think that, so this is what Kim's saying. A full suspension cost him the $15 million and any chance of postseason. So I would assume, if it cost him that, I would assume that the Braves get a chance to accrue that back to be able to spend in other places. I would assume. So this is a 3-year, $42 million deal when they signed him, and already missed half of last season. I think things like this you can kind of get out of. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, and I remember he was really streaky. When he was on, he was on. But when he was off, man, it was just like – because I remember trying to back him a few games, and it was – you got to catch him right in the beginning of the hot streak, because if not, he's going to go cold for at least 4 to 6 games afterwards.
Yeah. All right, let's look to what Scotty Tuhati is asking us, mainly, I guess, me. Luka or Maxey with the king of the court tonight. I'm not looking to pull up exactly who the 76ers, are playing. In my internet, this is like the slowest my internet has ever been. Who are they playing? Oh, San Antonio. Never would I ever do anything against San Antonio. They have the best defense. But LA is playing against New Orleans. The Pelicans are trying to win, and so they're going to be playing 100% Luka. That I didn't think it'd be a question, but I wanted to double check on Maxey. Maxey's going up against anything to do with Wemby and the Spurs. Their lockdown defense, Stephon Castle, has been great. I would definitely fade Maxey tonight in that instance, and maybe just overall, because nobody plays well against the Spurs. They muck up everything. You have a freaking alien in the middle playing that you're having to shoot over, which is ridiculous.
That much I do know about the NBA. You don't go against the Spurs.
Don't F with Wemby. All right, last thing. Brees Hall. I don't know what. Maybe it's Bryce is his cousin. Brees Hall. Brees Hall has signed his. I guess he's been franchise tagged by the Jets. That will pay him. Speaking of big money, $14+ million this year if he does not sign another contract or an extension of any sort. Is Brees Hall worth this money to the Jets?
Yeah, I think because he's one of two of their best players. Like if you're gonna try to do something, like I hate it for Brees. I wish Brees would actually have gotten traded somewhere else that he might actually have a chance to do something because the Jets are terrible. Hell, their head coach was going to sleep at the combine. I don't know if you saw that video, but he's sitting there, he's asleep, and it's not even that he's asleep. Behind him is a picture screen of him being asleep. So how would you take a nap during the combine doing your job, and then all of a sudden you wake up to see your face all over every screen snoring? I hate the Jets are a dumpster fire. I'm sorry, Brees, but yeah, if I could find a way out, I would try to find my way out.
Yeah, I don't know if he can find his way out of this because $14 million at this point, he has to be happy with. I get it's the Jets, but on a 1-year deal, $14 million, what can happen positive is one, he has another good year. Close to the trade deadline, they can move off of him and trade him to a contender that maybe he runs great for and has a good season where he gets a new contract out of it and stays healthy, because there's no way that the Jets will be able to afford him next year because that franchise tag continues to go up and up and up. And so there's no way they're going to be able to afford him the next year. They're hoping to sign a long-term contract. So if he's thinking like you is, hey, listen, I'll play for you for another year, but just keep me on that franchise tag because I'm not signing a contract with you. So I don't feel bad for him because he's getting paid big money, especially for, we talked about Kenneth Walker maybe getting $14 million at the max level. I think if you had a choice right now, if you were the Jets or the Seahawks, you could sign either Kenneth Walker or Breece Hall. Who would you go get?
Talent, Kenneth Walker is better, but Kenneth Walker has that injury history. Mm-hmm. I would go Breece Hall based on the injury history. I think you've got a pretty compatible player, and you've also got a guy who doesn't get hurt a lot. Yeah, there's a reason why Charbonnet ate into a lot of his carries. It's because they were preserving him because the past 2 years he hasn't been healthy. So if you're looking for long-term, I would take Breece Hall just because of the sustainability during the season.
I don't know. I got to go with my guy. I'm very biased, but I'm happy to go with my guy, Kenneth Walker. All right. I saw you reaching for your shirt. Can you confirm one shirt only?
It's definitely one shirt.
Careful.
No cutoff. This is my fraternity brothers made a hockey rush shirt. And I said, hey, man, y'all give me one. I'll wear it on the show and give you a shout out. So shout out to my fellow Pi Kappa Alpha brothers. Good luck on the rush. And I love my shirt. So, yeah, just a one shirt. And it's a large, by the way, not a medium.
Got that husky medium or medium husky. that's that Walmart style. I think that's what I wore back in the day, the husky. All right. God. Well, it looks like everybody's starting to catch on. Mr. Predicto found him an American yesterday, Jason Robertson, because all of cash. Good shout out to justethatsports.com doing the work for us and putting up 5 good people for us to pick from. They all hit. So even I could figure out with the help of Mr. Predicto how to find one. But let's go ahead and light the lamp today with who we have here. And we're going to have some help. Oh, a little ducky quack here. All right, let's go. David Pasternak, Mr. Pasta himself, plus 118. Kirill, I think it's the Thrill Kaprizov. Am I right?
You're right.
Yep. All right, the Thrill here at plus 130. Tage Thompson, not American?
Is American.
Damn it. Plus 140. Jack Eichel is American.
He is.
I meant is American. And then Cutter Gold Chain plus 180 is American. I like all these Americans, my brethren. Yeah. All right, who are you going with today? You going with Pasta with the plus 118?
No, even though he's playing Pittsburgh, it's not a bad look. Honestly, none of these guys are bad looks, but I'm going to go with the consistent one. That's Jack Eichel playing his former team, the Buffalo Sabres. He's played them 4 times since being moved to Vegas. He has 6 goals and a goal in every game against them. And he's lost. Mark Stone is down with an injury. I don't think he's going to be back. And according to my fantasy hockey app, Mitch Marner may not play tonight either. So it's 2 big guys that's going to be down. Vegas needs to start playing better, or Anaheim is going to catch them and take away their playoff spot. So give me Jack Eichel, put the team on his back, and at least get a goal at plus 180.
How did the guy that yesterday you put into the chat do?
Oh, he didn't shoot at all. He had 0 shots on goal. Mondays are always tricky. It's always a good day to find some long shot guys, and he wasn't good yesterday. But it's Toronto. They lost to the Flyers in a shootout. They couldn't score no more than 2 goals. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic.
So sad. But you know who did score?
Maverick Bort.
So that's the guy I was talking about. He cashed?
Oh, Maverick got a point. He got a point yesterday. He didn't get a goal, I don't believe, but he did get a point.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we did catch that. Yeah, we did.
I fell asleep on the Isaiah Collier play and the game, the Stars game, and I woke up to being excited. My dog was freaking jumping all over me today. I don't know why. I think it's literally the first day my wife's been back where my dog was up at 4:30. So when I woke up, it was super excited. And so I woke up to the dog, Isaiah Collier, not cashing, and then a light the lamp from Mr. Predicto on a nice little cash from Jason Robertson. So I got to ask you for some help. Okay. I'm torn because I did see on a back-to-back, we got the Stars playing Calgary Flames from those Canadian people. So my American himself, Jason Robertson, or from Scotty Tuati's lips to God's ears, let's go Cutter. Which one should I ask Mr. Predicto about?
Ask him about Cutter while I check on what Jason has done against the Flames, because the Flames absolutely suck. So let me see what Jason's done against the Flames while you ask about Cutter.
All right, Mr. Predicto, don't fall. But we need Cutter Gold Chain to hit, to light the lamp. Is he going to light the lamp today? I need you to work. Why are we not?
Yes, without question.
Is that all he can say?
I feel like swear that's all he to God. All right, let's see. I don't want to mess up the flow.
Yeah,
but
Jason Robertson looks good against Calgary. By the way,
let's ask.
He has a goal in 7 of his last 10 against the Flames.
You gotta be careful with this guy. I don't want to break him. All right, so is Jason Robertson going to light the lamp?
It has been determined so.
Dude, I swear to God, it used to never say yes. I couldn't get it to say yes. And now all it says is yes. All right. Well, what I'll say is, Mr. Predicto, if he goes 2 for 2 tonight with Jason Robertson and Cutter Goldchain, might put him into the Hall of Fame.
Time to put a new analysis on the JTS site. We're just going to list everybody who Mr. Predicto likes. We're going to give you a top 5, and there you go.
All right. So my 2 Americans tonight, Jason Robertson, shout out to Nate G, and then Cutter Goldchain for the Ducks. And he's on the graphic at this point. So yeah, shout out. So if you're wondering if this guy's ever coming back, brah, as the kids say, you cooked. So we're not going to bring him back.
Demoted, no longer a part of the team.
Definitely demoted. All right, anything else you got for the night? Besides, I know that you don't have as many plays as I have on the site, but do you have anything that you're going to get into tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to have more plays up. I should be able to get, a few hours before the game start. But yeah, I'm going to watch my Preds. They play the Blue Jackets. I like the Blue Jackets because that's who Johnny Gaudreau was playing for when he died, and I think they're a fun team to watch. So I'm going to be watching that, and Kirill the Chill Marchenko. I think he has a goal in 2 straight games. So I may see what he's done against my Preds, and we may get a chill and a thrill tonight.
Okay. All right. A little chill and a thrill. Sometimes they call that just a normal Tuesday night. Maybe it's a Netflix kind of night. Who knows? But yes, if Mr. Predicto does go 2 for 2 tonight, Big Casino is coming for Mr. Predicto. We're going to take him. Should I hit? Absolutely not. All right, I'm staying.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, Florida does play tonight. Big basketball game tonight. Any thoughts on it? Have you even looked at it?
Yes, I have, and I've done lost who they're playing. Mississippi State, yes. Give me the Gators over Mississippi State big time tonight.
Yeah, Seton Hall does visit the Xavier. It's Xavier Musketeers, is that right? The Muskies?
Correct.
Senior night. Usually they've been over. I haven't looked at that at all. Let me go look at it real quick because Xavier's been playing. They've been going over in every game.
I remember we talked last week about that big total, and they hit that big total when we were talking
Crushed
about
it.
it last week. I can't remember who they were playing, but it cleared it.
Here it is. Seton
absolute
Hall
banger.
and Xavier. Whoa. Seton Hall is projected on Just That Sports to win by 2 points. Wow. All right. So
Yeah.
73.9 to 71. So that'd be a 144, 145. Do we know that total in that game? Let me go see if I can find it real quick.
Okay.
If anybody else has any questions, feel free to throw them up before we get out of here. But it looks like the total is 144.5. So it's right on it.
Yeah, and it looks like Scotty was asking about Clemson and North Carolina, looking like the model has Carolina by 2.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know what the spread is on that, but the model has Carolina by 2.
Carolina by 2. Looks like the spread is 3.5 for the Tar Heels.
Mm.
So it's right on the other side of it. Those are not games that I have. So it's not stuff that I have right now at all for my plays. So I'll have more plays up as well on justthatsports.com. But I've been using a certain type of a model lately, and for the past probably I bet it's a week and a half now, we're going 67.5% on our plays, which is a decent number. And so for the last week and a half, or maybe it's been 2.5 weeks, week and a half, whatever it is, it is officially, I just looked at it before I got on here. I'll look at it again what the actual number is. So I'm going to start putting up more now that we're kind of working everything out, all the kinks out. But it looks like the last time I had it grade, I went and graded everything, and it looks like 27-13 is the record so far. So that's so we rolling. All right. So let's look at 141.5 is the total. Well, it's got to be for that. It's got to be for that Xavier.
Yeah, must be.
I like that. I
like the total. Yeah, I do like the total in that one.
And if I'm looking at the total in this one, let me go find Xavier on here. Let me go look at him real quick.
Yeah, Xavier like projected at 144.
Yeah, Xavier is 21.
Oh, she's saying Clemson, North Carolina.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that one.
6 model has probably around 146, 147 for that one.
Oh, there's a big edge on that one then.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right. Well, it looks like whenever they played Seton Hall, it went over the 144.5. It was a 68-86 game versus Seton Hall for Xavier last time. It looks like they've only played one time from what I see, unless I'm just completely off. But yeah, so they went over it last time. So this is their second game of the season. It's 68-86, and so if you can get that's a good spread, a good number. So maybe that's be something I would look at because they're 21-8 to the over on the season. So we'll see. Either way, college baseball model is 89-14 so far this season. Models are rolling
crazy.
So yeah, we'll see. All right. Well, as Scotty says, hit the like button and we'll get out of here. It has been a fun day. Hopefully we get a little a robo with Jason Robertson and gold chain 2 legs, both to score, plus 491 for Mr. Predicto. It would be a nice little cash. I'm going to play with that on that as well, Nate G. I'm going to make sure we're going to ride Mr. Predicto. See if we can get hot for sure. But for Robbie, I'm DG. Thank you all for with us. Hopefully today, right now, this is the best part of your day as you continue. We'll see you all tomorrow. Same time, same bat channel.